What's up, y'all? Scarberry here with a new game called Disturbed. This is brand new on Steam today, and it's free. So I'll put the link down below if it looks interesting to you. By all means, go and play it and, support a new developer. It was created by Brad Moore. And like I said, it's free and it's on Steam. So, alright, we're going to go ahead though and start a new game. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you? You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Oh, goodness. Let's go in the shed. Why not? You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Because, of course, go in the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you've left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Open chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Read your journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Beth Ann is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Today's been an unfortunate day. Someone broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden. But to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. I woke one night to a foul smell I've never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Okay, things go bad. Maybe lay in bed. Let's see. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. Particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. Well, that was really fast. Okay, start game. There's nothing exciting in the house, so let's go to the crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Go into the pen. Oh, a toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. You grab a mushroom. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground, probably like the cow did. Your adventure ends here. Man, you gotta stay away from those shrooms. Don't do drugs, kids. Well, it's very obvious that there's only one correct path. Let's check the water, though. Go into the pen. Okay, inspect the water. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Leave the pen. Okay. Follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in the cave. Sure, why not? There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Sure. Oh, of course, it's a bear. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Fight the bear. You scan the ground, notice there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. You're eaten by a bear. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock. Tackling you to the ground, the bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly goes limp and you die. Your adventure ends here. This is very quickly becoming a game of how many different ways can you die? Go into the cave. Oh. Oh, you can save. Sweet. Okay. Turn. I didn't know you could do that. Q is save. Okay. Exit the cave. There's nothing helpful in that cave. Wait, why did I go back in the cave? Exit the cave. Go on the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you can recall. Maybe he is home? Okay, hold on. Q. Oh, I can't do that. Inspect the shack. You knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. Save. Quick save complete. Empty slot. Okay. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and using it on the door. It unlocks. Of course you help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Inspect the book. Flip through the pages. You discover this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. It might. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I'm thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, it can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I supposed. Okay. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I have lost nearly everything I own. Well, you can tell from the stuff taken off the walls. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you've got chills running down your spine. Alright. Open the trapdoor. You unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Whoa. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there's a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness surround you as you continue in this awful place. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there, let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Well, let's see what happens. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. She struggles to regain her strength but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. I will now do you a favor. What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you, because of course. You feel a chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. Let's talk to her anyway. Decline. Oh, Oh, God. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. That was a laugh. The voice causes a shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. Probably a horrible idea. You sit down under the tree, getting comfortable. You tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Oh no. Okay, I didn't save. Take a nap. Why not? Nothing bad could possibly happen. You close your eyes and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. Oh no. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. Bad feeling then overcomes you and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen with the grass. You reach the point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Okay, a quick save. Go right. Why not? You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around their property. Also of interest, there's a tree that has a hole carved into it. Inspect the tree. Why not? You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand into it. Oh, there's something shiny in the hole. 3 knobs, one on the right, one centered in the middle, one on the left. We're going to quick save again. Press the knobs. Left knob. Middle knob. Knobs lock in place. Nothing happens. This could take forever. Okay, I don't know what that would be. Go to the gate. Enter. Why not? Why not? Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. Fountain before you with statues on your right and left. Inspect the fountain. There's a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain as if it were calling for something. Oh. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up toward the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. Okay. Before you stands an old angel statue that has broken in many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering above the bowl. You notice that there's only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You should keep your distance, yeah. Enter the tower. Why not? As you reach for the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. It must be some sort of magic. Okay, I've already done everything else, so I guess you come back here? And I don't know the tree, so we're just gonna go back. Go left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice there's some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Follow the trail in the grass. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Why not? You approach the grave, you look at the sword with intrigue. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope like a flower found in darkness. Grab the sword. You reach for the sword before you can lay a finger on it. The spirit grabs your arm. A sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. The cursed blade. Great. That's the achievement. Okay. So, I'm going to stop this here for now. I will maybe continue and play this through and find all of the endings in another episode. But for right now, I'm going to stop. I like it. It's very well written. There's a lot of cliches in it, but I kind of feel like that's hard to avoid when you're trying to make a spooky atmosphere or a horror game. I mean, the cliches were effectively used, I think. So, very good. I like this game, and I'll probably continue it and find out the rest of the endings. So, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comments are always welcome in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you like this video, and I hope to see you back for my next one. Thanks, guys. Bye!